Hey guys, welcome back. This is a weekly wrap for May 13th. We have a lot of stuff to cover this week, and I know for a fact that I'm not going to be mentioning some things. I just picked out what I thought would be most relevant. Plus, a lot of stories are like small things, little like superhero news. Like for example, NBC decided to not go with Wonder Woman after all, even though they filmed the pilot and stuff. So just little things like that. But yeah, I mean, there's no time to waste. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, so out on DVD and Blu-ray this week are the movies worth mentioning are Blue Valentine, I Saw the Devil, and the best documentary I've ever seen, Justin Bieber's Never Say Never. Okay, so the first trailer that I want to talk about is one that premiered while I was busy, while I was away. It's called Another Earth, and you know, as a favor to me, pause this video, check out my favorites, and look at the trailer for this. This movie has, first of all, let me say, it looks amazing. It's such a well-cut trailer. I don't think I've seen one. I think it's my favorite trailer for a type of like this sort of kind of philosophical movie since Up in the Air. If you haven't seen the trailer for that, the first trailer, the one cut by the director, then definitely check it out. But yeah, this movie looks amazing. I know it premiered at Sundance. It got really great reviews. And it easily became my most anticipated movie of 2011, aside from Super 8 and Captain America, of course. So so you might wonder what the song is. I know I did. The song that plays in the trailer. It's just going to be so effective. The song is called "That Home" by Cinematic Orchestra. Just so you guys know. The trailer was also released for Horrible Bosses. Overall, looks like a decent comedy. We got The Change Up, pretty much the male version of a Freaky Friday, the hot chick 17 again. You know, kind of thinking about it, I can't believe that concept's been done so many times. But I think I'll pass on that one. Real Steel. So let me just say, first of all, that I can't believe this was actually made into a movie, and I would really love to meet whoever pitched this idea and actually sold it to say, we're going to make a movie about Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And the studios picked it up. That's crazy to me. I need to meet this person. So so overall, I have to admit, it looks good. And I probably will end up checking it out. I regretfully will say. Okay, so we got also The Future. This movie, when you look at it, the beginning screams like, oh, indie, and you're gonna see like all these little like awards pop up, like with the little leaves saying like, oh, premiered at Sundance and all this stuff, right? Toronto Film Festival, and then it quickly jumps into like a reflection of life, and I don't know, I don't have much to say about it. Just that, you know, check out the trailer. It's called The Future, but I love the idea of the narration from the cat Pawpaw, so I thought that was cool. We also got the trailer for Final Destination 5. And I won't go too into it, obviously, but it looks more interesting than 3 and 4, in my opinion. And it's finally going to introduce a new element that is to actually kill, I guess, the next person in the sequence or the person before the sequence. So maybe to prevent it from getting you. I'm not sure, but at least they're finally doing something different, right? Will I go see this? Probably not. But, you know, we'll see. And then last, but definitely not least, it's Project Nim. This is a documentary that studies the thin line between man and animal. And, you know, overall, I think, watch the trailer. It'll speak for itself. But my thoughts that, you know, I'm definitely going to be really excited for this. This looks amazing. So definitely check it out. By the way, all these trailers, I did you guys a favor so you won't have to go to YouTube and look them up. They're in my favorites. Every single trailer I just talked about. So just go to my favorites, look it up, every trailer I talked about, and watch them. Watch them all, seriously. And all the other videos if you haven't, because everything I put there is definitely worth checking out. Especially the Guillermo del Toro stuff. That's just gold. Okay, so we got movie news. Let's start doing it. So we got Brad Pitt in Kogan's Trade. IMDb it. We got to see the first images of it. The first images of Timur. Someone's gonna chop my balls off for this. Bekmambetov's Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. So all you have to worry about is that it's a movie about Abraham Lincoln killing vampires. We got to see the first images. Benjamin Walker as Abraham Lincoln, so that was cool. casting has already begun for Quentin Tarantino's Western. His next film is going to be called Django Unchained, which I wasn't happy with the title since originally the film was going to, well, the codename for it was The Angelic, the Bad, and the Wise. It's obviously going to be a tribute to the Dollars films by Sergio Leone, but yeah, I think that's way cooler, and Django Unchained just really kind of turns me off when I hear that. So overall, it seems like Will Smith is in the final negotiations to sign on, and I know for a fact Samuel L. Jackson is already confirmed. So that should be cool. I hope he has a big role in it. Stanley Tucci was cast in The Hunger Games, along with 87 other actors. I swear, for the past couple of weeks, all I see from tweets from bloggers is that, you know, certain, I don't recall the names. To be honest, right now I'm not too into it. I know I'll probably regret this though, since I know this movie's supposed to be, or the book is supposed to be really good. The Hunger Games. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. I know I barely have. But Stanley Tucci, like I said, I don't know anyone off the top of my head, but all these people have been cast. And I mean, it's not even an exaggeration to say like 15 people have been cast into this movie. I have no idea why it requires so many actors, but it really does seem like this is, whatever studio is investing in this, either the actors are doing it on a budget, or, you know, the studio is willing to dish out a lot of money for this movie. But it really does seem like there's about 500,000 people being included in this project. I am also very excited to announce that Paul Thomas Anderson's The Master will begin shooting in July, with Joaquin Phoenix already confirmed, and I really do hope Philip Seymour Hoffman can make it back as, you know, playing the role of the Master. I really don't see why he wouldn't. I mean, this role, P.T. Anderson practically made it for Philip Seymour Hoffman, finally give him his own light to shine in his film. So yeah, you know, this movie for a while, I remember talking about it, and I didn't think this movie was going to get made since I know the studios pulled the plug on it. I guess, I don't know, they just weren't down with the movie about Scientology and what it was going to exploit about it. But all I can say is that I'm really happy this is going through, and yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to this. Rob Marshall, the guy who directed the newest Pirates of the Caribbean movie, will be directing Johnny Depp in the remake of a movie called The Thin Man. It's a remake of the 1934 comedy, kind of comedy mystery movie, a movie about a couple solving a murder, just really for shits and giggles. So I've never seen the original, but now I'm kind of curious about it. That does sound a bit interesting, I think you have to admit. Okay, so this is very exciting as well. Charlie Hunnam was cast in Guillermo del Toro's next film, Pacific Rim, and I'm very excited. We're finally hearing stuff about this movie, and I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure that everyone is going to know exactly who I'm talking about. Because I mean, when you hear the name Charlie Hunnam, you're like, who the hell is that, right? But once I tell you this, you're going to be like, oh, that guy. So I'm pretty sure most of you have seen Green Street Hooligans, right? I know it's a lot of people's one of their favorite movies. Well, he was the guy that was helping out Elijah Wood the whole time there. And so he was also in Children of Men. And I'm pretty sure it was Alfonso Cuarón, since he worked with him. He's probably the one that referred him to Del Toro and was like, hey man, like, work with this guy, he's cool. So that's exciting. Personally, I'm just happy that this guy's finally making another movie. It really is gonna probably bring tears to my eyes once I see it in theaters. It's just, his movies are so beautiful. And if you haven't seen them, Devil's Backbone, Pan's Labyrinth, Kronos, Blade 2, one of my favorite movies. The Hellboy series, watch them. Those movies are filmmaking at its best, really. So yeah, I love. I can't stress enough how much I love that guy. The synopsis for The Expendables 2 has been released, along with the character who dies. It is part of the plot. I believe it happens at the beginning, and it probably will be in all the trailers. I mean, it has to do with the main point of the movie. So I'm not going to consider this a spoiler. I don't think anyone should. So the plot is that Mickey Rourke dies while, I believe, on a mission, so we'll get to see him do a little bit of action. He dies on a mission at the beginning, and the rest of the movie is about the Expendables getting revenge. To be honest, I wasn't a big fan of the first one. I mean, I knew what I was supposed to expect when I went in, but even on that, I don't think it delivered. I don't think it delivered as a really, like, intense, ridiculous action movie. I've seen it done a lot better. So even on trying to be ridiculous, it didn't deliver. I'd rather see something like Rambo from Stallone, if anything. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Fox picked up J.J. Abrams' new show Alcatraz. The show stars Jorge Garcia. It takes place during Alcatraz and goes into some weird occurrences that happened there. I know there's been a lot of reports of overall weird shit that went down there, right? So it's Jorge Garcia on an island. Weird things happen. I don't know why this all sounds so familiar. Yeah, I don't know why. Anyway, Mos Def was cast in Dexter. He will be in season 6. By the way, if you haven't seen Dexter, definitely check it out. Along with, I can't stress this enough, along with Breaking Bad. I believe the new season 4, will be premiering in July. It's such a good show. It's like my second favorite show, right next to Lost. Um, so definitely check that out. Catch up. Start watching the newest season. You have about 2 months. Greatest 2 months of your life. Hugo Weaving. He has joined the Wachowski brothers' next project, an adaptation of Cloud Atlas. Now this is very, very interesting. So this is a book by David Mitchell. And while I've never read it, just reading about the project, it makes me very excited, especially because, first of all, Tom Hanks is a key role. And, okay, the novel is a little difficult to explain, but overall the story is made up of 6 stories that take place in not only different locations, like different continents, but overall different time periods. So I'll give you an example. One of the stories, I believe, takes place as early as the mid-1800s, and then another part of the story takes place as far as hundreds of years into the future, when civilization has kind of tore itself apart, right? I'm not sure what the cause of, maybe it's global nuclear war or anything like that, but it's just supposed to be really far from the future and just kind of a picture of post-apocalyptic world. So that sounds awesome, and I mean, with Hugo Weaving and Tom Hanks, that makes it even cooler. So I know that a project like this probably won't come out till like 2013, but I can say 2013 is looking to be like a good year for movies. So definitely look into that. The movie will be called Cloud Atlas. Okay, guys, so that about does it for movie news. Like I said, I know I missed some things, and some things have come out since I decided to record the episode. So I probably will include that in the next week's. But yeah, like I said, thanks for watching, and be sure to comment. Let me know what you thought, what I could do to improve. Just overall make the show better. And if you want to know anything about how I record or like the editing or I'm not saying I'm perfect or even good. I'm just, if you have any questions of any sorts, I respond to practically every email. I already have to like the few people that have emailed me. So yeah, go ahead and do that. But like I said, thanks for taking the time out of your day to check out my show. And I hope you learned something, or not learned, but found out something new from my movie news. And then, yeah, I think overall that's gonna about do it.